Hey everybody, welcome back to Stumpy Grump Scale Speed Shop. I've got a bit of an update for you on the 67 Corvette. I'll probably try to show some of my work here as I go along with this update, but I've got some of the parts
These are just some of the other parts I painted
black,
in the semi-gloss black.
Seats. See a little bit of the contrast of the flat black interior tub. That's actually just a Steiner's black primer on that. Did the firewall. I'll try to get some video of me detailing these up a little bit if I can. Then I did the exhaust in an aluminum color. I'll probably end up breaking out the green stuff world chrome to give it more of a stainless steel look. The engine and a mixture of orange and red a little bit, try to darken it. I'll probably spray some galvanized tin on the transmission to darken it a little bit. It's kind of light. And then I'll get some satin or matte clear on that. The suspension pieces for the front, tie rods and whatnot. Reservoir I painted in a blue. I'll paint the cap there black and some of the other stuff. And the exhaust manifolds I did in a Anita's galvanized tin. And now for the juicy part. Tamiya TS11 maroon for the hood and the body. Okay, I sprayed 2 light coats, lighter mist coats, 2 medium coats, and then a wetter coat. Nice and smooth. I got a couple of flecks of dust in here because I painted it in my shed, because I can't paint these lacquers in the inside of the house, so I did them out in the shed. I got a couple of spots here where when I sanded the emblems off the hood, I should have smoothed it out a little bit more. A little bit of scratches. I'll try to wet sand that down and hope the clear covers it a little better. It's like that on the hood. And I got a couple of spots like that on the roof, on the body, and back here where I sanded down the Corvette logo emblem script. You can see it. Still a little few fine scratches in there. Like I said, I'll wet sand this down. They didn't show up on the primer, but they showed up after I painted it. And some on the roof here. But like I said, I'll give it a quick wet sand and see what happens. And then I'll put the decals on. I might show that. I'll try to show some of this work later on in the video. Put the decals on after I wet sand it. And then I'll shoot it with the Tamiya TS13 gloss clear. So hopefully all that will be in the video. Probably my last update video on this one before I finish it. But we got a little ways to go. Okay, so I wet sanded the body and the hood with 3200, then 3600, then 4000, and then 6000. And I went out and sprayed another coat of the TS11 maroon on the whole body and the hood. And when that dried after a couple of hours, I actually went ahead and put the decals on, the Corvette script on the back, the cross flags. I used some bare metal foil and a hole punch and kind of trimmed around it with a pair of scissors and a hobby knife. It's not perfect for the gas cap, but it looks pretty decent to me. There's a few scratches still you can see on the roof there, but I'm not going to sweat that too much. I'm wondering if the clear is going to cover that up. This is not going to be a showpiece. It's going to be in my showcase when I get one, but it's not going to be a showpiece. You can see the black stripe on the tip of the stinger and cross flags on the front. And for the hood, stinger stripes, they were a little bit more difficult than I was expecting to get centered. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was a little more difficult. The 427 on the side of the hood on either side. And I am pretty happy so far with this paint job. It's supposed to rain today, so I don't know if I'll get clear on it until tomorrow, but we'll see. The engine as it sits, I did brush on some matte varnish. I used metallic Sharpie to do the freeze plugs on either side. I'll do some more detailing on this as well as some other things. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to detail the dashboard and the door panels today, and I will be using Molotow liquid chrome and a Revell pen. Shake it up really good. I got a water bottle cap. And I'll be using. I just use like a paintbrush and something else to tip it. If you can see that. Okay, shake it up really good. Just one drop at a time. One drop. Maybe two. I use a little makeup brush, mascara brush, and one of my good paint brushes for it, as well as a toothpick. Just a simple toothpick to pick some things out. I'll start with the dash, take my glasses off so I can see closer here. Dip it, toothpick into the chrome. Just go along the bezels. Might be able to do that with a brush too. These are pretty well molded out. Can't really show you. I kind of went a little bit too far, but looks pretty good. Those two so far. I'll hit it with the brush. So there's your dash. I'll hit the ends of the control knobs, tips of the control knobs with some black paint afterwards and do that. I'll see if that gets chromed out too real quick. And there's that. And for the next minute or so will be a sped up video of me detailing the door panels. The same way that I did the dashboard with the eyeliner mascara brush. Dipped it with the monotile chrome. Just little tedious stuff, so we'll skip on ahead to showing you what it looks like when I'm done here in just a few seconds. And like I said, there will be a little bit of touch-up to do on these, but generally. Okay, so I got the Tamiya TS13 gloss clear sprayed on the Revell 67 Corvette today. And I was hoping and suspected it glossed over the dull part of the roof and trunk where I sanded it down because it had some dull spots on it, and the hood. Couple little pieces of dust in there that I gotta wet sand out, but I expect that because I do spray in my shed outside. But really happy with how this paint job turned out. Really nice, really sharp. And I also got a little bit of work done on the engine. Got it wired. Holes drilled for the heater hoses and whatnot. So that's all the progress on this one for the moment. I'll probably wait until Monday to wet sand and polish the body out. Next update, it might be done. The next update might be actually the reveal. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.